Good morning. This is Dewayne from Creek Wrangler School. The YouTube algorithm has determined that you are more than likely a white boy or man between the ages of 14 and 30, and you're about one ghosted Tinder date away from joining the trenchcoat mafia. One prolonged argument with your mother away from making doomwads of your local high school. But I don't want you to do that, because you're destined for more than that. We're going to take you from potential school shooter to president. I get a lot of emails. I went to a Reiki class about 5, 6, or maybe, well, how long has it been, Mama, since we went to that Reiki class? Yeah, we went to a Reiki class about 7 years ago, and I'm still on their mailing list, unfortunately. But we also get emails from young people who have concerns. We get folks, a lot of young folks, saying that they messed up, that they made a mistake. And that's not the end of the world. Let's say you committed the faux pas of not remembering the name of a coworker, or you messed up because you said the wrong thing to a young woman. Or let's say on August 17th at 6:45 p.m., you used a display toilet at an Ikea. The three examples that I just gave, those are things that happen to every person on God's green earth. Well, let's say, you forgot that person's name at work, and you know for a fact that you went over to their house for dinner once. That's quite the faux pas. Let's say further that the girl who you said the wrong thing to, turns out she's a sitting congresswoman, and it's January 6th, and you're in the halls of Congress with some of your friends. Let's say that you were at that IKEA and you used the display toilet, and an employee named Travis came up to you and tried to intercept you, tried to explain the error of your ways. Your face beat red, egg on your face, and so you panic. You do the one thing that comes to mind. You kidnap Travis. You put him in the back of your Kia Soul. Before you know it, you're halfway to Nevada on a half a tank of gas, and you're breaking the speed limit because you're a little concerned that Travis is making too much noise back there in the trunk. The slower you go through certain suburbs, the more likely it is people are going to hear Travis in the back of your car. You never know in advance what it's going to be like to have somebody in the back of your car. By the way, for folks wondering at home, this pipe is, because I always get questions about the pipes. I'm like Mario in that way. Mario and his brother Luigi, where they're jumping in the pipes and everything. But this pipe here is, you use it to smoke. You put tobacco in there, and you light it up and you smoke it. You make it to Nevada, you're in Vegas. So you open the trunk, and suddenly Travis is looking at you in a way that's a little bit more friendly. It's as if Travis has maybe experienced a degree of Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm is a fascinating place. You ever seen anybody out there watch the 3rd season of Atlanta, where they're in sort of Europe, parts of Europe and everything, and they go and they're in Daneland or something. They're in a place which maybe Sweden. Really wild stuff. Liam Neeson's in that episode. I did not see that coming, I gotta tell you. After all the brouhaha about what he said, which by the way, Mama told me I can't talk about cancellation, okay? But let me just say, Liam Neeson, he did say some stuff that I personally find disagreeable, but at the end of the day, he also was Qui-Gon Jinn. What was that talking about? I thought the 3rd season of Atlanta was pretty good. Zazie Beetz was excellent. Superlative, even. By the time you get Travis out of your trunk, the IKEA guy, by the way, looping back to that, by the time you get Travis out of your trunk, he's going to be softened up a little bit. I think his heart will have sort of cooled to you a bit, because he recognizes the extent to which he's out of other options, right? So you bed down for the night at a cheap hotel, because you don't want to spend too much money right off the bat. You don't know what's about to happen to you. You don't know what your life's going to be like. You go on suddenly now a nationwide road trip. You're thinking, gosh, we have so much in common. And you both love because you popped into a convenience store while he was asleep so that he didn't try to bolt. You came back with them little Debbie oatmeal cream sandwiches with the white stuff there in the middle. and he liked them a lot. And you said, well, wait till we pop into a 7-Eleven. You know, they make ice cream of that now. You know, they got an ice cream flavored like the Little Debbie cookie. I mean, there's a part of you that starts to feel stronger feelings for Travis as like a friend. It's sort of like Due Date a little bit, with Robert Downey Jr. Look, I'll just come clean. I wrote this script. I wrote it on spec. Don't be confused because it got the Mulaney on the front, because this is just a friend of mine had this lying around, and I thought if I put it on this, nobody gonna read my script because they think it's the pilot for Mulaney. And no disrespect to John Mulaney, but I mean, right? But the inside is my script, and it's called I Can't Live Without You. And it's about a guy who defecates in an Ikea toilet and falls in love with the Ikea employee who he abducts to avoid the embarrassing tumult that would naturally find its way to his doorstep in the event that he got busted for defecating in an Ikea showroom toilet. We could be shot on the cheap, and I think Americans need another road trip movie. We haven't had one since that David Foster Wallace movie, End of Tour. David Foster Wallace is a little problematic. I'm a little problematic, but in a different way, I think. In a way where I just sort of make glancing asides at the Clintons in the middle of a video, proffering pretty reasonable advice to young people. The second you start to pick apart the fact that I'm on Rumble or whatever, you're kind of like, whoa, okay. I got an email from a kid saying that they were getting bullied, and they included an attachment of an MP4 of something called Skibbity Toilet, and I don't think they meant to send it to me, because I couldn't make heads or tails of the damn thing. Man's head pops out of a toilet. Life, it comes at you fast. If you don't slow down, you'll miss it. Abraham Lincoln said that right before he got his head blown the fuck up.